We begin this edition with a look at the changes technology is bringing to the music industry. Established musical acts like MC Hammer, Todd Rundgren, and Carlos Santana are using the internet to distribute their work. They're hoping to make an end run around the huge record companies. And this same sort of thing is happening with unknown artists, those who don't have a chance of landing a record contract. Stan Bunger's been checking out all this music action on the internet. Stan?
Well, Suzanne, you know, we used to call these garage bands, the kind that would practice after school or after work, maybe play a frat party now and again. But these days they can reach a worldwide audience very easily. Check it out. There's a pretty good chance you've never heard of Vincent's Ear. It's the kind of band where everyone has a day job, where paying gigs are few and far between, where rehearsals take place in a mini storage locker. And they're not alone.
You come out here on a good night, and for free you can hear dozens of bands just roaming around, lifting up the certain, oops, I'm sorry, wrong door. But there's a lot of bands out here, and it's the only affordable place that we can't get kicked out of, you know, so far.
It seems like a million miles from a storage locker rehearsal facility like the one Vincent's Ear uses to a place like Madison Square Garden. And the odds of them or any other band like them ever making that trip are pretty long. But the internet may be changing the way independent bands like Vincent's Ear find an audience.
Yeah, just 1 second. Brian.
This is the busiest place on the internet for fans of groups that don't have gold records on the wall, don't have a record label to support them.
No, I don't know if this is going to look like it's going in.
It's IUMA, the Internet Underground Music Archive. More than 1,000 groups pay to be on the website.
There's this indie ethic going on with a lot of the bands where they don't want to sell out to a major label, but they still want to be able to make a living off of what they're doing.
Jeff Patterson started IUMA as a 20-year-old college student, trying to reach a bigger audience for his own band.
We actually almost stumbled onto it by mistake. It was just something we wanted to do for our band. It worked really well, and we got responses from bands all over the place that wanted us to do it for them as well.
What IUMA does for each client is create an area with artwork, background information, and most importantly, music. More than 1,500 tunes.
This band has more songs.
You can listen to the music, and if it's something you like, you can place an order, although IUMA doesn't run a fancy shipping operation. But for bands struggling just to get someone to listen, it can be pretty exciting to find fans all over the world.
Slovenia, 9 hits from Slovenia last year.
Will we stand up?
Who knows? There's always that chance of getting discovered, making it big.
Oh, sure, you got to dream a little bit, but don't delude yourself.
IUMA's trying to maintain that same even keel. The company's been profitable from day one, and it's carved out a solid following among the underground music crowd. But things can change fast on the internet.
My biggest fear right now is it's probably that someone with a ton of money is going to come along and try and do the same exact thing we're doing, like a Microsoft or one of those kind of guys.
Could happen, but it's probably a safe bet that bands like Vincent's Ear and the people who follow them will avoid big money like the plague. After all, that's what underground is all about.
Now, we don't have the time to go through all this, but in general, how good is the music you find at IUMA?
Well, you know, it's a mixed bag. I mean, some of these guys better hang on to their day jobs, but this is a band called Mambo Combo out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
I even talked to one of the leaders of this band, and it's not bad. Give it an 8, maybe. You can dance to it.
Yeah, okay.
You know, so it's really all over the map.
Are any of these guys guys and gals making a living at this?
Very few of them. This is generally what you call sort of middle-class rock. They have day jobs. They do this at night. They just hope to cover their costs and maybe spread their music around.
We've all heard this. We'll be back.